How do you feel about me dating?
I'm worried about your future, yeah.
What does that mean?
Because like I know what I'm going through as a grown man dating because of social media. And when you get of my age, like social media might be like 100 times worse. So I can only imagine the clashes that you'll be having, or if you're dealing with somebody who not in tune or not self-aware, you might have you may have a lot of problems, yeah. There's something going on in the Black community right now, right? Where there's podcasts and platforms where people are having discussions about what roles should be played within a relationship, right? And this is subjective based on your upbringing. But they try to do these generic roles like, yo, a man should take care of everything and a woman shouldn't do X, Y, Z if the man isn't taking care of all of her bills. And this is going on right now. So I don't want to imagine what type of conversations would be held when you get my age or whatever. And that's why recently I even said if somebody wants to do an arranged marriage with my son, I'd organize something like that for you, yeah? Because you might catch hell out here in these streets. The streets is cold.
What's one of your favorite memories together?
One of my favorite memories is when I was going through a custody battle to get you, and I hadn't seen you in a couple of, I want to say maybe like 2 months, 2 or 3 months, and randomly your mom just dropped you off to me, like just randomly out the blue. And I hadn't seen you in forever, so that's one of my favorite memories when you was a child. I mean, you were a child still, but that's one of my favorite memories. How would you describe your father-son relationship in 3 words?
Educational, chill, and fun.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Ari, and a fun fact about myself is that I really like to play video games.
Yeah, my name is Gablah. A lot of people know me as Cane Juice Poppy. Fun fact, I don't have no fun fact. Yeah, I'm a farmer. I was selling cane juice. Well, I still sell cane juice on the old road to the people in my community.
What has been your proudest moment as my father?
My proudest moment as your father was recently when Grandpa took you to church and you didn't know that the person who was speaking at the church was a former teacher of mine who embarrassed me while I was in boarding school. He blamed me for something I didn't do. And he asked what was a man, and you were the only person in the congregation who stood up and said a man is someone who takes accountability. And it was ironic to me because this same person, when they found out that they embarrassed me, they never apologized to me in front of the senior class for saying that they were wrong about what they assumed that I did. So that was one of my pride, and that was recent. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff, but it was just like for me to see the connect and what I train you in the house come into light while you're outside, because most of the time I be feeling like you don't listen. So, or listen when I'm talking. I know I talk a lot with you. Was there a specific moment when you realized how much your father meant to you? Now speaking in third person, was there a specific moment when you realized how much I meant to you?
Every single time that you remind me of the custody battle, I keep thinking about how much you were there for me.
Okay. What's a piece of advice I've given that has stuck with you?
Pay attention to your surroundings, and what you wear outside, you should be aware of that.
Okay.
Like around people. What was your first thought when you held me for the first time?
My first thought, honestly, because we African, I didn't really get sentimental when I held you. I was just like, oh, I got a son. But it wasn't like a TV moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't no TV moment. Like I didn't look at it like some fairy tale and like, oh, I have a child now. I just felt like, oh, well, I was hyped that I had a child because you came out looking just like me. So I was like, yo, that's cool. But hey, so it's a first thought, but it wasn't like a sentimental moment where I got choked up or anything like that. Not that I remember. What parts of me do you think I passed down to you?
Definitely, I would say your expressions. Like sometimes your expressions.
Your mannerisms.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, when you gave that gift back, Just explain what was going through your mind.
I was just thinking that what I just thought it was unfair because I told that person that I get them something big. I wasn't in my mind. I wasn't really thinking about the fact that she even thought of giving me a gift.
So now looking back, do you feel like you should have been appreciative of the small gift, or your standards should be up here, and if someone's supposed to give you a gift, especially if you're in a relationship, they're supposed to meet your standard?
Looking back,
you don't gotta be politically correct. Like, if you tell me exactly how you feel about it. They ain't got nothing to do with if I'm giving you a gift. I'm just saying, if you're in a relationship and a girl gives you a gift, especially if you already told her you're giving her a big gift, what do you expect?
I'd expect the same.
Why?
Because I already told you I'm getting you something big. So it's like, if I say I'm gonna be a better person, I expect you to try and be a better person too. Something like that.
Yeah, but you don't know how much money the person got when they going to go buy you a gift. Anyway, so
I can't really do that.
Yeah, you can't dictate what type of gift, unless you're dealing with somebody and you already know what type of budget they have, and then they go and get you something cheap. Then you have a legitimate reason to be upset. But at your age, the person doesn't have money, and they probably had to ask their parents to take them to the store to buy you the gift, or they had to sneak and buy the gift.
Yeah.
So you should probably date older people. You should date older women. Okay. Don't date somebody in your age group, because they're not going to have the money until y'all get out of high school, probably.
Okay.
You understand?
Kinda.
Look, if you was dating a high schooler, right, in middle school, your high schooler would have matched your gift. But because you in middle school, the middle schooler ain't got money to match the gift. So date up, don't date down.
Okay. What's one lesson you hope to instill in me when I grow up?
One lesson I hope to instill in you. So I always tell you to be open-minded, right? But I realize that even with you being open-minded, you should realize that you can't teach other people to be open-minded, right? Everybody has their own enlightenment moment. So I want to instill that in you now, because if I don't, when you get older, you're going to be really depressed and sad every time you interact with somebody and you explain something to them, or you explain how the world is, like they have a more broad vision of the world and they don't comprehend what you're saying. So it's not for everybody. Like, the knowledge I pass on to you is for you, and either you get it or you don't get it. I think I told you that before.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do to better support who you are becoming?
Nothing.
Nothing? You know yourself?
Yep.
You self-aware?
Yep.
For your age?
Yep.
All right, bro. You watch movies. Do you expect for your childhood to replicate a television show, or are you like, never mind, I ain't gonna fill it in, but like when you watch a movie and you see how a family behaves on TV, do you expect for your childhood to look like that?
No.
Why?
Because that way is fake. Because the whole thing is just fake. They're just giving them scripts to read, and then they're saying, act like that.
All right. You know why I ask? Because a lot of people misperceive what family is supposed to be, and family is about what you got going on in your own home. Like, nobody outside or entertainment-wise can dictate what your household is supposed to look like. But at the same time, the entertainment kind of leads into what society is supposed to look like, as far as I think morality and good behavior. But it's not supposed to be like, life doesn't necessarily have to be like a TV show.
Were there any fatherly instincts or wisdom that surprised you along the way?
Yo, when you have children, you want your child to be better than you. So I think that's an instinct. Like, I don't hate on anything that you have going on, whether it be people complimenting you when you do well in school. I'm proud, and I always want you to go further in life than I've gone, even though I'm still traveling down my path. I hope like whatever I got going on, you superseding. You go past him. So. What is one thing you wish I understood about you?
Nothing really. Because like, whenever I do something, like, you already know that I'm just about to do this and I don't even tell you.
That's because you came for my nuts, dog.
What's something I've taught you about life?
Yo, you taught me patience. And there's a saying that we use in Liberia where you say you born the child, you can't born the heart. And I think as a father, you want your kids to be better than you, but you also want your children to think exactly how you think. So you taught me patience with that because you're your own person. You can't be me, obviously.
How do you balance discipline and love while raising me?
Yeah, I was like, culturally, you're supposed to discipline your children. So I don't look at discipline and love in the same frame, if that makes sense. Like, I'm supposed to tell you when you're doing something wrong. I'm supposed to tell anybody around me if they do something wrong, if we friends, right?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yep.
You sure? Yeah, so it ain't got nothing to do with like, yeah, like it's not no, I don't stay up at night trying to figure out like, yo, should I discipline them or should I show them love? Like, love is discipline. You're supposed to correct children.
What's a sacrifice you made for me that you do all over again?
I was already bad at savings, but I had to empty out my savings account to go pay a lawyer to fight for you in court. Yeah, but I would do it all over again.
If this was our last conversation, what would you want me to know?
Do not date somebody with a different upbringing than yours. I mean, if you come from a home, don't date somebody that doesn't come from a home. Stick to what you know, yeah.
How do you feel about me dating?
I'm worried about your future, yeah.
What does that mean?
Because, like, I know what I'm going through as a grown man dating because of social media. And when you get up my age, like, social media might be like 100 times worse. So I can only imagine the clashes that you'll be having, or if you're dealing with somebody who not in tune or not self-aware, you might have they have a lot of problems, yeah. Like, there's something going on in the Black community right now, right? Where there's podcasts and platforms where people are having discussions about what roles should be played within a relationship, right? And this is subjective based on your upbringing. But they try to do these generic roles like, yo, a man should take care of everything and a woman shouldn't do X, Y, Z if the man isn't taking care of all of her bills. And this is going on right now. So I don't want to imagine what type of conversations would be held when you get my age or whatever. And that's why recently I even said if somebody wants to do an arranged marriage with my son, I'd organize something like that for you, yeah? Because you might catch hell out here in these streets. The streets is cold. You understand?
Yeah.
You sure? Then say it back to me if you understand what I said.
You're saying that you're worried about the future of this place because there's certain things going around that are saying that in the Black community, a male should do all the work while the woman shouldn't do that much.
Okay, but pause. It's not just I'm worried about them saying the male should do all the work. That's not a problem if you're financially stable. Mm-hmm. I'm worried about the conversations being had on social media that are dictating the direction of people's relationships. So people are going into relationships with unrealistic expectations. You understand that?
Yeah, I get it.
Like what I just told you about the gift giving.
Yeah.
People are on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, whatever, saying that, oh, my expectation of a first date is this. You feel me? But in reality, the average person's income only allows for maybe a coffee date. But somebody is saying they want to go to a Michelin star restaurant now, and you might end up spending $200-$300 for somebody you don't know. It's not realistic. So I don't know what's going to be going on in your lifetime when you get older now, because the expectations might be all the way up here, but they aren't realistic. Based on the people who are saying them, it's not realistic. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see you in a predicament where you dating people with unrealistic goals, with people who look at TV and they want to have a television styled relationship. That's not realistic.
Yeah, I get it.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. How do you feel about me dating?
How do you feel about this? How am I supposed to feel?
Thank you, yeah. When I ask you for advice, I do check-ins, right? I'll be like, are you okay with this? Yeah. So I take your advice, if anything. Have I been an example of a good father to you?
Yep. More than once. What's something he would most likely say?
Pardon.
What?
Pardon. Ain't that what you be saying all day in the house instead of excuse me? Pardon. So am I wrong?
No.
Alright. So the question is, what is your favorite Liberian food? What is my favorite Liberian food?
Leaf.
You're right. Your favorite Liberian food is fufu and soup?
Yep.
Okay, we cool. Go ahead.
What's a household chore I secretly hate?
Washing dishes.
Yeah.
I can't ask you it back. I don't have no choice. Like,
Yeah.
I gave birth so that you can wash dishes and clean the house.
Makes me sound like a nurse.
How do I say sorry without saying sorry?
You just say sorry.
Thank you. Accountability. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Alright. I can't ask you it back because we ain't really had no situations like that where you had to apologize.
What is my favorite video game to play?
It's Fortnite and that fighting game. What's the fighting game you be playing?
Smash Bros?
Nah, it ain't. Man, you ain't supposed to be playing games like that anyway. Fortnite. Let me just stop right there. That was right. Wrong.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite.
Alright,
to be honest.
Who's better at chess?
Wow. Okay.
Nah, you better than me. I just think when it comes to playing on the phone against one another, you can't beat me on the phone. But if we physically playing chess, I know you think your moves out further ahead than I do.
What's your take on me using social media?
You don't have social media. This is what makes you different. See, so when somebody watches this video and they're like, oh, his son is well-spoken and he knows how to convey himself, you know what it's going to be a result of? I don't allow you to go on social media. Do you have screen time? I mean, do you have like how other kids have freedom to just have their phone in their hand 24/7? They get to have that game in their hand 24/7. Their parents usually sit them in front of a television. Do you have that?
No.
And how often do I tell you to read?
Like every single day.
See, so that's the difference. Like, I would even go as far to tell you never get on social media because ain't nothing on there. And it's better to be different from everybody else. So when you meet somebody, especially when you start traveling and you meet a female and they're like, oh, what's your Instagram? And you like, I don't have an Instagram. It makes you it's a mystique behind that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not receiving the programming that a majority of the society is receiving. For instance, even with the show, it sounds crazy, but what movie do I watch with you in the next month? All right, cool. Because The Godfather got a whole bunch of life lessons in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, don't hop on social media, man. Social media, alcohol, drugs are the three biggest mistakes you can make. And you African, so woman business is gonna just come natural to you. So, but don't jump in those other three things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of your advice, I'd like to thank you for it because not only has it kept me learning, but it's also made me learn more about life. So I just wanted to thank you for it.
My message for my son and all my other children that I plan on having in the future, if they see this video, right, would just be for y'all to be better than me. Don't follow the crowd. Don't be impressionable when it comes to society norms. You really have to get a fair understanding of self. I think the most important thing in this world is for one to have self-awareness. And once you understand yourself, then you know how to maneuver with other people and things won't necessarily get you upset in life. So that's my prayer. That's my advice. Like I said, to all the other children that I haven't even had yet, all 10 of them. So I wish y'all the best, be way better than me. Anything that I'm doing, I want y'all to do 10 times that. So anything good that I'm doing, I want y'all to do 10 times that. So that's my advice, my message.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. And a big shout out to our sponsor, Gourmet House, for sponsoring this episode. Gourmet is a restaurant located at Airfield Shore Court here in Liberia. And they have some of the best cuisine from Western to Intercontinental, and they have snacks too as well. They have popcorn. You can get it from their location here on the FU. They have cookies as well. I've tried this and it's really good. I would recommend. And also they have bread. Other people will call it Egyptian pillow. You can get it here too as well. And their chicken burger is my personal favorite. Try it. Tell them I want to send you, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned to get our other episodes that are coming out in the coming weeks.